Beneath the surface of our planet's vast blue oceans lies a world of color, complexity, and life. Coral reefs. They are often called the rainforests of the sea. But today, they are under threat.
Naglakbay ang aming team patungong Mabini, Davao de Oro at ngayon narito kami sa Beach View Resort ng Pindasan. Sa unang tingin, tila isa lang itong ordinaryong paraiso. Puting buhangin, malinaw na tubig at tanawing nakakabighani. Pero alam niyo ba, sa ilalim ng mga alon may kwento ang dagat. Kwentong hindi lang tungkol sa ganda, kundi pati na rin sa pangangalaga at pagkasira. Sa pagkakataong ito, susubukan naming silipin ang dalawang mukha ng karagatan, ang karagatang pinoprotektahan at ang karagatang unti-unting nawawala.
Every year, more of these delicate ecosystems vanish. A crisis is unfolding quietly beneath waves, driven by two major forces: coral reef destruction and ocean acidification.
Coral reefs covers less than 1% of our ocean floor, yet they supported about 25% of our marine life. They also act as natural barriers for our coastline, nurseries for fish, and vital for global biodiversity.
Corals are living animals. Tiny polyps form colonies, building calcium carbonate structures over centuries. Within them live zooxanthellae algae that provides energy and color through photosynthesis.
This is a zooxanthella, or zooxanthellae for plural. Zooxanthellae is a term used to describe unicellular microalgae that live inside various marine protists and invertebrates, most notably corals. This means zooxanthellae are endosymbiotic. Organisms that contain zooxanthellae are referred to as zooxanthellate. Zooxanthellae are dinoflagellates. Like all dinoflagellates, zooxanthellae are eukaryotic, meaning they have a nucleus and other membrane-bound organelles including chloroplast, which allow them to photosynthesize. Zooxanthellae are primary producers on shallow water reefs because they provide corals with many organic compounds through photosynthesis. This allows coral to perform metabolically expensive processes such as building calcium carbonate structures. In return, zooxanthellae enjoy the benefits of living in a protected environment with access to nutrients from the coral's waste product. Without this mutualism, shallow water reefs as we know them today wouldn't exist. Zooxanthellae classification has been a subject of much revision over the years. Most zooxanthellae are classified in the family Symbiodinaceae. Zooxanthellae were once thought to exist as single species in the genus Symbiodinium, but have since been reorganized into multiple genera due to disparities regarding their genetics, morphology, and behavior. In summary, zooxanthellae are photosynthetic dinoflagellates that are endosymbiotic, but coral reefs are fragile. Rising sea temperatures, destructive fishing practices, pollution, and unsustainable tourism are destroying them faster than they can recover.
Finally tonight, a look under the sea. Coral reefs are a crucial part of the marine ecosystem, providing habitats for all sorts of marine life and protecting coastlines from storm damage. But as Ali Rogan reports, scientists say rising ocean temperatures are posing a grave threat to the future of the world's reefs.
When ocean temperatures rise, corals expel their algae partners. This leads to bleaching, a whitening of the coral, and often death.
It's very alarming. So I think people really need to recognize what they're doing, by the inaction. It's the kiss of death for coral reefs.
Another threat lurks beneath the surface: ocean acidification. When we burn fossil fuels, the carbon dioxide doesn't just stay in the air, it dissolves into our ocean. This process lowers the ocean's pH, making the water more acidic. For corals, this means trouble. Acidic water dissolves the calcium carbonate they need to grow their skeletons.
Scientists welcome this absorption of carbon dioxide by the oceans because they believed it would reduce CO2 concentrations in the atmosphere. But as the oceans take in carbon dioxide, now the question for scientists is how much is too much?
Sa kabila ng pinsalang idinulot ng panahon, kapabayaan at modernong pamumuhay, may liwanag pa rin sa ilalim ng dagat. Muling isinisilang ang pag-asa sa tulong ng mga siyentipikong nagsasaliksik at mga lokal na pamahalaang kumikilos, isa-isa nilang binubuhay ang mga coral reefs habang sinusulong ang pagbabawas ng polusyon para mapigilan ang lalong pag-asim ng ating karagatan. Ito ang ating tinatawag na ocean acidification. Hindi pa huli ang lahat. Lahat tayo may bahagi sa kwentong ito. Sa simpleng pagtatapon ng basura sa tamang lugar o sa pagsuporta sa mga advokasya ng kalikasan, nakakatulong tayo dahil ang dagat ay hindi lang sa kanila, sa atin ito para sa kinabukasan ng lahat.